LL Cool J, what is up? Man, it's finally good to sit and chat with you. How are you, LL Cool J?
Man, I feel great. I feel good, Jojo. I feel, energized. I feel excited. Having a good time, just enjoying out, being out on the road and, you know, uh, giving these day one fans a hip hop experience, introducing new fans to a whole new side of the genre. It's an amazing feeling, man. It's amazing.
Hey, man, hip hop just turned 50, and
Yeah.
you are one of the reasons this genre has exploded from day one and is still around today. I would love for you to chat about your you must be proud of the role you've played and are still playing in this genre. Talk about that and what it all means to you.
Man, it's an incredible feeling. I feel blessed. I feel like excited. I feel grateful to just be able to be a part of something that, is so huge and to be a big part of something that's huge. And, you know, it all came from the heart. It all came from the soul. The main thing about it for me was always just to not be invisible, to not feel unheard. And then, on the flip side, to help other people escape whatever problems they were going through so that they could forget about the drama in the world or the madness and get into some excitement and have some fun. So, this genre, this evolution has been, an amazing feeling. That's why, doing this show and being on tour like this and talking to these people the way we're doing it and partying with the people every night just feels so good because you have people that have been there since day one and you have new people who are being introduced to this part of the genre for the first time because obviously you have, generations who've been listening to certain parts of hip hop culture, but may not necessarily take it back as far as we take it in terms of what we're doing. So we're introducing the world to something new in a lot of ways, and it's fun to see. It's almost like giving hip hop a makeover in a lot of ways and
Right.
reintroducing it to the world. So it's dope.
Back in the early days, did you think, and maybe you didn't think in these terms, but did you think that hip hop was going to be as big as it is and last? I mean, it's going to last forever at this point. But did you think that, man? Yeah, what did you think in the early days? Was it going to last or just a quick thing?
It's funny you say that. See, it was always big in my mind.
Right.
It was always huge inside my mind, right? So, in other words, when I joined the genre, it was the biggest deal in the world, right? It's kind of like an app developer who's developing an app, and in their mind, they can see the whole world rocking with it already, even though it's not out there, right? So it was always big to me. I didn't know that it was going to become like it was going to permeate global culture and society. Like I didn't know a term like that I came up with, like let's say the GOAT. Like I didn't know that when I came up with that term, that term was gonna like apply to athletes and musicians of all genres and different people and like I didn't know that, but I always loved it. You know what I mean?
Right. Hey, are you saying you came up with the? And maybe I've missed this, but did you come up with the term "goat"? Is that
Oh
you?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That was
And
you.
yeah, of course,
What
absolutely. My
the?
album in 2000, I released an album called GOAT, Greatest
And
of
that's
All
how the
Time.
whole goat that the
Yeah,
conversation of goat.
yeah. I
Did you
took
trademark that or did you? I mean,
no, no, I didn't. I took it from Muhammad Ali was greatest of all time, right?
right.
And then there was a basketball street legend in New York named Earl and Manigault, but it was Galt, Gault, but they called him GOAT. So I took GOAT and greatest of all time and made it an acronym. I turned it into GOAT, you know what I'm saying, the acronym, and introduced it to the world in 2000. And now you fast forward 20 something years later, and here we are with this term GOAT going worldwide.
I'm looking like an idiot right now, but I knew of the album, but I didn't realize that's where the whole term. Oh my God, LL,
Yeah.
God, that's. I wish you would have trademarked. Not that you haven't done extremely well, but I wish you would have trademarked that.
Well, you know what, man? When we came up with it, I just didn't think about it that way. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like I didn't think of it that way. I just thought it was just something cool to just call myself the GOAT. And then, it obviously it morphed into this thing that's so big that a lot of people don't even know that I came up with it, which is actually okay. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, as long as I know that that's one big contribution we made to culture, right? So it's good. It's all good, man.
Before I get to the album and tour, people do this all the time. I don't make a habit of it, but I think maybe I should. Your Mount Rushmore of hip hop. Who are the
Oh
four?
man.
It's
Well,
impossible, I know.
nah, it's too many, man. Because my My Mount Rushmore of hip hop is very different from what most people are going to give you something based on popularity.
Right.
I'm gonna give you something based on contribution, and
Perfect.
they're very, very different. I mean, DJ Cool Herc. Nobody's gonna say that name. Most of the people listening probably don't even know who that is.
I've heard the name a bunch. Yeah.
But he started hip hop, right? So let's just look at it like that. If we start there and then we go to artists so I don't even want to get into that right now.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Hey, this new, I hear we have a new album, all this good stuff. Well,
I do have a new album coming this year. It'll be something that I'm really, really excited about. It'll be, myself and Q-Tip from A Tribe Called Quest collaborated to create something really, really special. He did all the music, and it's spectacular. It's crazy, and it'll be an opportunity for people to hear an original hip hop artist take on where we're at today. So I'm not trying to recapture yesteryear. So it's not like you gotta it's not like tolerating throwbacks or something. It's like real new. It's just, it's kind of like if James Cameron or Steven Spielberg decide to do a new film. What they do when they make a new film, when they create that new thing. If that's kind of what I did. So it's very modern, it's very edgy. I think it's very innovative, and we'll see how people respond to it. See what you think, Jojo, when you hear it.
I can't wait. Is it like 60% done, 70%?
No, it's completely done,
Oh.
artwork and everything. We're establishing a date. You know what I'm saying? We're getting ready to announce actually the date that is dropping. The album's mastered, done, completed, in the can. We're in video mode now.
Ella, what is your favorite lyric that you've ever written? From past or maybe from the future. Don't give out any, new titles if you don't want to reveal those yet, but favorite lyric you've ever written.
Dude, I got some.
You got too many, I know.
It's possible, baby. I mean,
Okay,
it's impossible, man.
Scratch that one off the list there. God, I was trying to get you with something. Hey, talk about this tour. I mean,
you got me. You got me.
I did get you.
You got me. You got me.
All right, this tour, Ella. I mean, I know Life on the Road. You've done so many tours, and this is a special tour because it's I don't know, it's the evolution of LL Cool J. But the Life on the Road, that in itself. Do you enjoy Life on the Road? I know there's the pros and cons of it. What's your thoughts on just traveling and just city to city and all that?
Well, I do enjoy Life on the Road. Ironically enough, I haven't toured that much.
Really?
I've done a lot of shows. Don't get me wrong. I've done thousands of shows over the years. I've done many tours, but I don't tour as much as a lot of artists. So it's actually pretty special for me to be out on the road doing this. Especially over the last couple of decades, my life has been consumed by the other part of my entertainment career. So for a lot of people, this is actually a chance for you to see what started it all and why I'm able to do the other things that I do. So you may know me for something else, but if you want to see how I got in the position to do something else, you need to come see me on the road. So being on the road has been dope, man. It's been a lot of fun. Sleeping on the bus, vibing, jumping on planes. It's cool. It's all good. I'm enjoying it.
I've talked to so many artists that when they're on the road, there's kind of a yin and yang of it. When they're on the road, they kind of want to go home. When they're at home, they want to go back on the road. It's so I guess where you fall at. You love Life on the Road, and why wouldn't you? It's just awesome, right?
Come on, man. You get to have fun every night. You get to sleep in a little bit more. I get to throw shows at night, give the people all of my energy, feel the fans up close and personal, people I haven't seen in years, see multi-generationals. You have mothers bringing their daughters, and you have, daughters bringing their, grandmothers, and you have nieces, and you have just all of these various ages. You have everybody from 12, 13-year-olds all the way up to 55, 60-year-olds, 70. It's just an amazing cross-section of people. 35. It's just incredible. It's dope.
It's a real pleasure, LL. I really, you know what? You're one of those guys that you're a legend and a living legend. It's an honor to talk to you. One of these days, I want to get you in the studio and just hang out in person. I would really love the opportunity.
I would love to do that. Love to talk about hip hop. Modern hip hop, current, new things, past things that have started, how it started. Like, let's dig in. Let's get it.
Final question, Ella, and this has nothing to do with music, nothing to do with hip hop. It's my obsession, and you don't know this about me. We've never really met. but I am obsessed with the paranormal, ghost,
Okay. Okay.
haunts. I've got a podcast called Paranormalish, in addition to KIIS
Okay.
FM. Have you ever
Okay.
had anything you'd consider a paranormal encounter? LL Cool J.
Of course. I mean, I believe in the spiritual realm, of course.
Right.
So you're always gonna encounter that. The question is, how are you encountering it? I come from a place of being blessed. I come from a place of, believing in God inside of me. So there are other realms and other dimensions that we have to deal with. The question is, are you moving in fear or faith?
Right.
I move through those realms in faith. So there's no nervousness about that for me. I'm just very clear that this can't be the only dimension. The same way, if you have an intuitive leading rather, or if your intuition tells you something, that's a sense. That's a next level speaking to you. That's, prayer is you phoning God. Intuition is God phoning you. So those intuitive leadings and all that, they're angels. There are all kinds of things around us all the time, of course.
So that is okay. So my next question is, I don't think you'd have a problem with this. Would you have on this tour? Would you consider staying in one of the haunted hotel rooms? I mean, I'm sure like in every hotel you stay in, not every, but a lot of them have these histories. Don't stay in room 300. Look out for the 7th floor. Would you consider staying in one of those rooms and letting me know what happens if something does happen?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the purpose would be.
To let me know, like, what would you see?
It's not a good enough purpose. It's just not a good enough reason, bro. You gotta give me a better reason to do that.
Fair enough. Okay, fine. Fine, LL. All right, we'll discuss this. Hey, LL, once again, it's a real pleasure. Anything else people need to know about LL Cool J, Mr. LL Cool J?
Now, I'm gonna be at the forum. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be rocking at the forum. And frequencies of real creative energy. That's the tour. We live on stage. It's hip hop. And there'll be a lot of special guests. You know what I'm saying? We're in LA, so you don't want to miss it.
All right. LL, once again, congrats on everything. Well deserved. I can't wait to see you in person. Have an amazing afternoon.
Hey, yo, Jojo.
Yes,
enjoy
sir.
the haunted hotel rooms for me, huh?
I will. LL will not be staying in a haunted hotel. Gotcha. All right.
All right. All right, baby.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Peace.